The pageantry of college football on full display tonight as we've got drones with a red and white light show to get the black shirt faithful ready to go. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Cornhuskers will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Trojans offense comes onto the field first today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Strachan. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air on first down. Working that left side now. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a midseason quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Mayava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know, with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory, if you're locked in and you're playing and you're seeing the field the way Lincoln Riley is seeing it and calling it, this offense is going to be unstoppable. If he does that, he is going to put up Heisman numbers.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
And the Trojans have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Here's a heat. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation, drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
On the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Nebraska's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the Huskers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Quarterback on the keep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time, playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to pass. It's Raiola. That's caught. It's Hunter. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll go with a direct snap. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Now the play fake. Finds his man. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll keep it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, Doug.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Mayava. Gets open down the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Strachan. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies, that highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks. That's just what USC does.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Brings it down on the right side. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Trojans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. They go to the wide receiver screen. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that field goal is going to tie us up here in the 1st quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle them guys.
He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. With jet sweep pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws to the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Working that wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On target to the left. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. There he goes. Powers through. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
The Huskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. QB draw. And into the end zone. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Snap it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Back to throw, it's Mayala. Hauls it in. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Lane. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Strachan. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
They're working that left side.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
And there is no question they should just keep letting this guy throw the ball. He's 5 for 5 on this drive. They've only run 5 offensive plays, and he's already got him down here by the goal line. Let him keep chucking it.
And the Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
So 3 previous red zone trips and 3 points. That's not efficient. They'd like to get it in the end zone this time. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Quick completion on the out route. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Catch in the middle, it's Barney. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's key. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barney. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. Looking to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
The defense trying to make a stand on third and goal. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They marched 79 yards on the drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job there.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lemon. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
So now it's second and long. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Raiola. Got him downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Running to the left. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Bonner. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Rush is on him. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to let it go. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. There's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Trojans will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the 2nd half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. He wants to take the top off. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Barney. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Find some fresh air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Fires to the middle, and his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage. And he misses, and probably a good miss because that could have been worse.
They kick it away on 4th down. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Going to sling it on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pulls in the deep ball. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Caught in the backfield. It's Jordan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The ricochet off the left, upright and through. They pulled a little closer, now down 20-13.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. The handoff to Johnson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
To the air, it's Raiola. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his man. It's Key. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Sends it back in motion. Dropping back. It's Mayava. Got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I love the quarterback's accuracy here. Hit him in stride, man. Hit him where he can catch the football and continue to run and do more damage after the catch like he did right there.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Lane. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me, already.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. He's looking downfield to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Raiola. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
He's going to throw deep right side. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try the run. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Finds a man in the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And this is sort of like a pinball machine. The numbers keep ticking up. He's closing in on 450 yards.
Yeah, Reese, and there's no defense for perfect throws, and that's what this guy's been delivering all game long. You know, the coverage hasn't always been awful, but this guy just finds a way to thread the needle.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Quick handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Key. And they pick up just a few on that completion. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to take off. Hard running there. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
To the air, it's Raiola. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. An 84-yard drive there. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Good blocking, good running, pick up of 6 out to the 30.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Sanders. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Caught over the middle, it's Sanders. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
On the ground, it's Sanders. Sweet cut there. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
The Trojans are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabs it inside the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
From the gun, looking for a man. Catch in the middle. It's Lemon. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Fitted in the window for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Quarterback on the keeper. Plows through the defense. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Punt is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mayava. The short hands, it's Lemon.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
The Trojans are marching down the field. Rides to back and leaves it. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Takes the handoff. It's Sanders. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And after that incompletion on 3rd and long, because of where they are in the field and because they have a narrow lead, you'd expect this team to just go ahead, kick the field goal, and take the points.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one is perfect. All tied up here in the 4th quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Back to throw, it's Raiola. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Hunter. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Over the middle into traffic and complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough.
Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barney.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, and he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Looking to pass. It's Raiola. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Huskers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Got a man. It's Lemon. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The sure hands, it's Jordan. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
And that's a first down.